for the United States of Women!
So as you can see here, this footage is from the United State of Women Summit, and Oprah and Michelle Obama are about to demonstrate what women do best. Whine, complain, and then backslap and congratulate themselves on being women. Because that's all you need to do in today's world if you're a woman. Just tell yourself you're wonderful, and that's the equivalent of actually being wonderful. That's why feminists are so fond of the listen and believe standard of evidence for sexual assault cases, because only women possess the narcissism to think that their own personal feelings should constitute objective evidence. Oh, and in case I have any female subscribers left, no, not all. I'm not talking about all women.
So I knew going into this role that I didn't want to waste any time, that any time I spent away from my kids, and I actually took this on even before I became First Lady. Even as a lawyer, as a vice president at a hospital, one of the things I realized is that if you do not take control over your time and your life, other people will gobble it up. If you don't prioritize yourself, you constantly start falling lower and lower on your list. Your kids fall lower and lower on your list.
Now that's good advice for anyone. You should, to some extent, prioritize yourself and not try to please everyone else all of the time at your own expense. But now listen to where both Oprah and #Obama take this point.
So by the time you got here, you knew how to do that.
I knew how to do that.
I think that's one of the number one issues with women. You know, I never, in all my years of interviewing, have ever heard a man say, you know, I just don't have the time. I just don't. I don't find a way to balance.
You know why? Because they don't have to balance anything.
Yes, yes.
Sorry. You know, and I hope that that is changing, but so many men don't have to do it all.
You know why you don't hear men complain about not having enough time? It's not because they don't have that problem. It's because they tend not to complain about every little problem in their life. They just get on with it. They make do. And they especially don't expect other people to give a shit. And I'm sure the single dads out there appreciate this message, as well as dads that have to work their asses off to pay alimony and child support to ex-wives for children they rarely get to see. And how much do you think Michelle # had to sacrifice for her children as First Lady? Did she drop everything to make their school lunches every day? I don't know. But I do know she had that choice if she wanted to, unlike most parents, male or female, who don't have that luxury of leaving it up to someone else.
This is the United States of Women. There are a lot of cool men out here. I love the president.
Let's give it up for the brothers.
There's a lot of cool men out here.
For the men out here.
I love the president's speech saying you're looking at a feminist.
Cuck.
What can men do leaving here?
Be better. Be better at everything. Be better fathers. Good Lord, just being good fathers who love your daughters and are providing a solid example of what it means to be a good man in the world, and showing them what it feels like to be loved. That is the greatest gift that the men in my life gave to me, and we've talked about this.
Yes.
So the men in your life showed you what it is to be loved, and you still turned out to be an entitled, sexist bitch. Quite an accomplishment. Now, I'm going to assume that when you talk about men being better fathers, that you're talking mostly about black fathers. You know, that little problem in the black community that the hate group Black Lives Matter doesn't want to address? And why is it always on the fathers? It takes two to tango. Are black women incapable of using contraception? Oh, that's right, silly me. Women have no agency in the world and are therefore not responsible for any of their decisions.
The fact that I've never experienced abuse at the hands of any man in my life, and that's sad to say that that's a rare reality. So men can be better at that.
You know what's an even bigger rarity? Men going through their lives without being abused.
men can be better husbands, which is be a part of your family's life. Do the dishes, Don't babysit your children. You don't babysit your own children. Be engaged. Don't just think going to work and coming home makes you a man. Being a father, being engaged, all that stuff is important.
I just wonder who she thinks she's talking to. How many fathers treat time with their kids like babysitting or like it's a chore? And does she realize how unbelievably condescending she sounds?
Be a better employer. When you are sitting at a seat of power at a table of any kind, and you look around and you just see it's just you and a bunch of men around a table on a golf course making deals, and you allow that to happen, and you're okay with that, be better.
Be better.
Be better.
Be better.
Well, she continues to surprise. I didn't think she could possibly be more condescending than she was towards fathers. But now it's towards men who make deals on golf courses, because that's what most men do, isn't it? Most men are out there doing deals on golf courses. Not like the poor, oppressed women's. They wouldn't look around and be happy to see just their own reflections now, would they?
I love that.
Just be better. I could go on, but I'm not. You get the point, fellas, right? Fellas? What are you going to be? There you go.
There you go.
Now, if you were a man in that audience and answered like one of Pavlov's dogs to #Obama's clarion call, reach down between your legs and check to see if you still have your balls. Now, could you imagine if two rich, powerful white guys were sitting on a stage chastising women to be better? How would that go down?
If women could take something away from today, what would it be?
Be better, women. Be better. Be better mothers. I mean, have you seen the statistics on children raised by single mothers? It's atrocious. They have the worst outcomes across the board, whether it's education, health, wealth, longevity, incarceration rates. It's horrible.
What else?
And be better workers. Where are the women on building sites, in sewage treatment plants, on any job that's dangerous and dirty? Women need to step up to the plate and do their part for workplace diversity. And while you're at it, how about paying your fair share of taxation, since you gobble up most of the government services? Just be better.
Be better.
Be better.